Hi humans, it is I, Gabby the Pug. I'm here today just to do a quick warning for you guys. If you ever see this, it's a warning for you guys ahead of a video that's about to be shown. Um, this video that I is going to put out now, it probably has some sensitive stuff. Some stuff that might talk about things that might make you sad or affect your mental health in bad ways. It's not because we don't love you. It's just sometimes we have to talk about these things. And when we do, we want to make sure that you guys are okay. So, if you have some troubles with your mental health, or if you are affected pretty easily by some sensitive subjects, then there will be time in the video at the start for you to skip to, or if there isn't a time at the start of the video for you to skip to, then maybe this is a video that you should just skip, just to be safe. And, as a word of advice, if you guys are having a hard time, my word of advice to you is to get ice cream. Daddy got ice cream for me today, and it made everything better. See, I'm all better. So, if you need it, go get yourself some ice cream, and give yourself some love, because you all deserve some love. And if you do watch the video, thank you for watching. Okay, love you humans. This is my warning. I think I'm done now. Bye-bye.
Good morning, Puggy lovers and card collectors of all kinds. And anybody else who's tuning in. I said I was going to take a few days off of making videos, and I really did intend to take a few days off, but something happened over the last couple of days that was really, really sweet, and I wanted to make just like a short video talking about it and how much I appreciate what happened, and just about a couple other people that I really appreciate as well. Yeah. So this is going to be kind of like one of those shout out videos that I do. There's one big shout out I'm doing, and then like three that I shout out on a regular basis, but I'm going to shout them out again today anyways because they all tie into this. What I'm talking about today. Sort of. Not completely, but to a point they all tie in. And so I want to make sure that I give them love and praise as well. So I'm sitting outside of the Timmy's. We're waiting to do the pug walk. It is, not sure if my phone will catch that. 6:23, and we have to meet Puggy's friends at 7, so we're a little early today. Normally I'd be filming Super Deck Sunday during this time, and it would make up the difference, and I'd probably be rushing to get there for 7:15, which is usually when our friends meet. But today I don't really have anything else to do, so I'm gonna do these shout outs real quick, and I'm gonna rip a couple of Dollarama packs just because. And yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to do this shout out thing, and you're gonna see the Puggy warning before the start of this video. I'm going to tell you right now that I am going to talk about some really sensitive stuff shortly, and this is kind of going to be one of those videos where it's going to be mostly sensitive stuff. So I'm going to save the pack ripping till right near the end. That way, if you do want to see the pack ripping and you don't want to see me talk about what I'm going to talk about, then yeah, you're good. So we're going to say that you have your warning starting at 3:35. Okay, so I discovered a new channel recently, and I want to shout out that channel. I'm going to do a shout out to all 4 channels right at the end when I'm ripping the packs too, but this mainly has to do with the GoFundMe again, which I know I've been talking about it a lot on the channel lately, and I apologize for that because I think that kind of it feels wrong to me to have to keep going back to it, but at the same time, I want to thank the people who are helping me out with it, but I also want to try and keep you guys like thinking about it, because if anybody can help me out, it would be amazing. The more that I can get help from some of you guys, the more likely it is that I avoid all the things that I'm really scared about and that are keeping me up at night. And that's what I want to talk about in this video, which is largely just why I really need help. Because I don't know whether I've really made it as clear as I possibly can. And finding this new channel recently, which I gotta double check for a second. Hold on. I knew I should have wrote down the name. Okay, sorry about that. Chicken Fried Horror. I knew it was a really interesting name. I just was trying to remember exactly how it was. I knew it didn't quite have the Kentucky thing in there, but I knew it was something like that. Anyways, or Louisiana or something like that. Anyways, so Kentucky, no, not Kentucky. Sorry, ignore the Kentucky part. Chicken Fried Horror is a new channel that I recently discovered, and this channel's actually helped me feel a little bit better in a weird way, and I want to explain why, because I want to also try and generate some attention to their channel as well. The guy who runs the Chicken Fried Horror, he makes like videos of like telling little like short stories that are horror stories, and they're really good stories that he narrates, and I've been really enjoying his videos that I've been watching over the last couple of days. But I accidentally got fed his thing through the algorithm, I think just simply because I've been posting a lot about GoFundMe myself on my channel. So I think that the algorithm was like, hey, here's another guy with a GoFundMe. And he's in a pretty rough situation. He's kind of in the end game situation that I'm scared to get into. So he is currently facing eviction from his home. He and his wife and their child. I'm not really sure any details about their child, and I don't want to talk about that anyways. But the point of this is that he has a really amazing channel, but he's in a pretty desperate situation, because if he doesn't get some support to help him through this situation, he and his family are going to end up homeless. And it's like not like months off like it could be for me, it's like days for him. And I'm really nervous for him, but at the same time, finding out that there's other, like, I know obviously that there's tons of people who are facing the same situation that I'm facing. Like, I see people on the streets of my city all the time, and I do what I can when I could to help them. I'm not able to donate any money right now, obviously, but to any causes really, which really sucks, because that's something I actually really enjoyed doing before, is giving an extra $5 or $10 whenever I had it to something that was worthwhile. But I just can't afford to do that right now. But anyway, so my point of this this discussion is that this guy, he's really kind-hearted, and he's been posting videos about his situation, about how his family is in dire need, and his goal is to raise a lot more money than I want to necessarily, because he's trying to get an RV, because a friend of his said that they could live on his land, their land, if this guy can get some sort of motor vehicle to live in, per se, with his family. So that would be amazing for them. And as far as I know, from the last thing that I heard, their GoFundMe is about like, how much would I say? It's about 15% of the way there so far, which isn't bad. I'm really hoping for him. And but he made a really interesting point when he was raising his issue, and it was something that I've consider talking about, but I didn't want to necessarily raise on my channel. And that's just how it really wouldn't take much to make a huge difference because of the amount of people who watch stuff that we put out. He was mentioning like he had 2,500 people view his video about his situation. And I know that the short that I put out about Kaiba, or the short that Kaiba put out about our situation, sorry, it was viewed by easily like 1,000 people or more. And he made a point that like if everybody kicked in like $5-10, like the amount, like he would be there with $10. If everybody who watched that video kicked in $10, he'd be there. And I thought about that a lot, and I've been thinking about saying something about that in my channel too, but I didn't want to necessarily offend people, because a lot of people who have donated an insane amount more than what I would have ever expected, and I am so appreciative of those people who have. But what I wanted to say is I'm Canadian. Our dollar is crap compared to a lot of the people who are viewing my content. I know based on my YouTube studio thing that the majority of people who watch my stuff are from the States, and then there's a good chunk of people who are also from Europe. And the euro and the US dollar are doing much better than Canadian dollar, to the point where if you guys even just donated $5, those of you who are in those areas, to me of your cash, that would end up being somewhere in the neighborhood of $7.50 to $8 of my dollars. And like the amount of impact that would have on my campaign is phenomenal for the amount of people who are watching. And I really empathize with Chicken Fried Horror, because in my opinion, that's the situation that I'm trying to avoid, which is the whole purpose of this campaign. If I can't get enough money to pay off this car, the moment I miss one payment, I've been told I'll have the car sold out from under me, and the amount of money that I paid so far I don't get back. So essentially this is like a really big gamble for me to try and have this car, but if I don't have this car, I can't get to work. If I can't get to work, I can't obviously keep my job. And most places are hiring, the first question they ask is whether you have reliable transportation to get here, because they don't want people taking the bus. They like disqualify you automatically almost if you have to walk or take the bus. But from where I am looking at it, like I'm a big picture kind of person. I'm a chess player, so I look at how things are going to play out. And if I lose this car, then I lose my job. If I lose my job, like right now, the only reason my dad isn't kicking me out is because I have a job and I contribute what little I can to the household, and I do chores and whatever else. So I don't see me getting to stay at the house any longer. And if I end up homeless, I'm going to have to rehome him, because I'm not making him live on the streets. That's not fair. And if that happens, I pretty much have no reason to keep going. So this is kind of like a really slippery slope where it ends in a very, very sad ending. So this is me basically begging. I'm really sorry to have to do this, but this is me basically begging. Holy crow, fire trucks. Very loud, very interruptive. Poor timing. If you can help me, that would be amazing. And a lot of people have helped me, as I said already. There's a lot of people who have donated, and I appreciate the amazing donations that I've received so far from some of my best friends. Some really amazing content creators as well have helped kick into my campaign. And some people have even let me post to their streams and their channels, and that's the other reason why I wanted to shout out Chicken Fried Horror is I left a comment on one of his videos just explaining like I completely empathize, how I empathize with him, and how it actually helped me feel a little less depressed knowing that I had somebody else who I could relate to, that like I could see and actually speak with, and that you know what I mean, sort of like idea. And he told me like to go ahead and just post a link to my own GoFundMe if I wanted to on like a couple of his stuff. So I did that, and it was really awesome that he allowed me to do that. And so I'm going to stop doing the dreary part now of this video, and that way we can cut in for the pack openings, and then I can get Kaiba to the park. So at 10:05, hi, welcome back, people who might have skipped that giant section of me being sad and depressive. Shoot. Okay, let's try that again. 10:20 we'll go with. Hi, welcome back, people who might have skipped that previous section. I'm just going to quickly shout out 4 channels that I love because they're amazing channels that have allowed me to be able to do some awesome stuff recently for helping my own channel out and myself personally. So I want to shout out Sean Stryzak, Raider of the Cosmos, Gaming Grandma, and the one that we're mainly here to shout out, of course, which was Chicken Fried Horror. So all 4 of you guys are amazing. Thank you for allowing me to share a link to my GoFundMe, and thank you for just being so supportive. I appreciate your friendship more than you guys could possibly imagine right now, and because yeah. Anywho, no more sad stuff. Let's do some cards and then get Kaiba to the park. Impeccable timing. 1 and a white. Deals 3 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. Yeah. Blood Mad Vampire. 2 and a red. 4/1. When it deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter, and it has Madness. I'm not going to play that though because it's way too weak. Speakeasy Server. 4 and a white for a 3/3 flying. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 1 light for each other creature you control. That's pretty solid. That's the first big one for this pack. Cedar Wayfinder. Enters the battlefield, reveal the top 4 cards of your library. You can put a land from among them into your hand and put the rest in your graveyard. Yeah. Probably not going to play that, to be honest. Thran Vigil. I actually added this to a deck recently. It's a really decent card. Whenever 1 or more artifact and or creature cards leave your graveyard during your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on creature you control. Nice to have an extra copy of that. Ooh, consult the Necro Sages. 1, a blue, and a black. Choose 1. Target player draws 2 cards, or target player discards 2 cards. I like it. I was hoping it was going to do something with zombies, but I'll still use that. Rose Room Treasurer. 3 and a red for 4/3 with Alliance. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, create a treasure token. If this is the first or second time this ability resolved this turn. Otherwise, you may pay X. When you do, this thing deals damage, X damage to any target. Damn! Okay, that's the hit of the pack, for sure. Blight Breath Catobulpas. Holy. 4 and 2 black for 3/2. When enters battlefield, target creature and opponent controls gets -X/-X until end of turn, where X is your devotion to black. That's decent, but expensive, so I'm probably not going to end up using it. Cackling Slasher, on the other hand, is kind of fun. 3 and a black for 3/3 with Death Touch, and when it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on it if a creature died this turn, which makes it a 4/4. So, I mean, that's decent. That's up there with the Thran and the other ones. Sarulf's Packmate. 3 and a green for 3/3. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card, and it has Foretell 1 and a green. Yeah, that's okay. Gruesome Deformity. Enchanted creature has Intimidate. For 1 black, that's decent. Double Satyr Wayfinders in this pack. Okay. Wingfold Pteron. 5 and a blue for 3/6. When it enters the battlefield, you put a flying counter or hexproof counter on it. Yeah. I think I do run that in my dinosaur deck if I remember correctly, but it's not the best one for sure. 1 and a red, target creature gets +2/+0 and first strike until end of turn. That's decent. And Rampaging Ceratops can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures, so it's like Mega Menace. I do like this one actually a lot. And I do have an extra copy of, which one is it? I think it's Gishaf or something like that, I think is the name. The red, green, white dinosaur that does all that crazy stuff with other dinosaurs when it comes into play. So I might end up building another dinosaur deck at some point, and that would definitely be a solid one to have in it. So, decent first pack. If you guys get a chance, please do go check out all the channels that I've linked in this video. And if you can, please share, or even if you are in a position to do so, perhaps donate to my GoFundMe. I would appreciate that so much, guys. And I hope you guys will enjoy this last pack. And then I gotta get going because Kaiba's giving me the look. Daddy, it is time. Echoing Courage. Target creature and all other creatures with the same name as that creature get +2/+2 until end of turn. I mean, that's insanely good for a token deck, but otherwise not super great in Commander. Convolute. 2 and a blue. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 4. I like that one. Fabrication Module. 3 and 3 colorless. Whenever you get 1 or more energy, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature control. Pay 4, tap, you get 1 energy. Nice. That's going to go in my energy deck when I upgrade it. Fulgent Distraction. 2 and a white. Choose 2 target creatures, tap those creatures, and unattach all equipment from them. Damn, that's mean. Glaring Aegis. White. Enchant creature. When this thing enters the battlefield, tap target creature and opponent controls, and then this thing gives +1/+3 to the enchanted creature. Okay. Fear of Immobility. Hollow. 4 and a white for 4/4. When it enters, tap up to 1 target creature. If an opponent controls that creature, put a stun counter on it. Eh. If you had flying or something, that would be better, but you're okay. Basari's Aegis. 2 and 2 white. Put a +1/+1 counter of each up to 2 target creatures. You may search your library and or graveyard for a card named Basari Devoted Paladin. Reveal it and put it into your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle it. I think I do have a card named Basari Devoted Paladin. I'm just not sure if I run it in anything. City Pigeon. It's okay. Bloodthrone Vampire. 1 and a black for a 1/1. Sacrifice a creature and it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. I mean, that's an okay sack outlet, I suppose. Banishing Light. It's a classic. I do like the artwork on that one, but it's not a card that I typically want to run. Old School? Old School! 95! Kajoldoran Sky Knight. 2 and a white for a summoned soldier with banding, flying, and first strike. Damn! Banding is a disgusting mechanic, and I'm actually going to probably put this into a deck and exploit the nonsense out of that. I do have a couple cards with banding, not a lot. I think I have like 2 or 3, but maybe I can get something going. 3 and a white, you gain life equal to the number of creatures on the battlefield plus the number of artifacts on the battlefield. On like my side or on everybody's side? Because that's insane. Tygam Strike. 3 and a blue. Target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn and can't be blocked this turn. And this has rebound, so that's decent. Daring Skyjack. 1 and a white. Whenever this thing and at least 2 other creatures attack, this thing gets flying until end of turn, but it's a 3/1, so I'm not going to use it. And Cyclops Superconductor. 1 and a blue and a red, sorry. Prowess. This thing enters the battlefield, you get 3 energy. Whenever this thing dies, you may pay 3 energy. If you do, this thing deals damage equal to its power to any target. Not bad. I mean, there's some seriously good stuff in these 2 packs, guys. I'm pretty impressed. I hope you guys have enjoyed this short shout-out video. And once again, please go check out those channels. And like I say, I'm still not going to come back for Jumpstart Your Day tomorrow unless I really just in the need to crack something. Like, if I'm just really not feeling well and I need to do it, then I'll probably make one. But otherwise, I'm probably not going to make any card videos for a bit. Until, let's say, Wednesday. Maybe I'll do Jumpstart instead. Maybe I'll do a Kaiba video tomorrow for you guys. And then I don't want to miss new set versus old set necessarily, because I do want to end that on my birthday. But in terms of the Dollarama, I mean, we cracked 2 packs today, so yeah, we'll see. Anyways, there are a couple of polls on my channel too, if you could go vote in those. And yeah, join the Discord, come chat with me. It helps. Kyla, you want to take them out? Because Daddy's having a hard time finishing the video.
Oh, I'm so tired. I want to go to the park. Okay, humans and my 4 friends that, you have too. Much love to you. Thank you for watching this video. Please do all those nice things that Daddy asked you to do. And be safe out there. And we love you. Okay? Bye.